Yo, what's up guys, Nandra here, welcome to another video. So for this video, I'll be talking about your dailies. So, namely, how I think that some people should try to go about doing their dailies. So, a lot of times, I'll see people just total off the face of the earth about their dailies. Like, it'll be I've been doing this for 6 hours, something like that. Or, I just can't win, or anything, or this, that, and the third. Just they're having problems with it, and you can be having problems for a number of reasons, such as, for example, not using an optimal deck. This is why I advocate for not getting rid of cards, even though you don't like playing that deck. Like say for example, for me, I opened up, I believe, 5 or 6 copies. Well, yeah, 5 or 6 copies of Elf Queen last expansion. Was it the last expansion? Yeah, in Tempest of the Gods, and I didn't dust any of them, just because even if I don't play Forest, I never know what could change. I might need to play Forest for deck or something like that, and so it's important to just keep what you get, as long as you don't already have triplicates or a full play set. And another thing is just like, when you have to do dailies, just go ahead and literally swallow your pride. Just go ahead and net deck a list. Like, there are plenty of sources that you can go to go ahead and find a list. I'll go ahead and drop one down in the description of this video. It'll be for, was it this weekend? Yeah, this weekend there was a JCG, so you can just go ahead and just net deck the popular Japanese list or whatever, because generally the Japanese usually know what they're doing. The next thing, knowing when to quit. Alright, so actually, no. Before we get to that one, there's also going to be the where you should play ranked, or sorry, where you should do your quests. So I see a lot of times people just do their quests in ranked, unless you know how to play a deck or whatever. I don't advocate doing that in ranked, just because those points matter to you. Like, you can pretend they don't, but they probably do, and you don't want to lose points when you're playing something that you don't want to play in the first place, because like, that's not gonna be a good feeling. It's just gonna compound negatively. It's gonna make you really, really salty. When you get salty, you play worse, and it becomes its own like never-ending cycle of just like vicious salt and just self-hatred and self-loathing. That's not good for you. Like, that's not how you stay happy and content with the game. So for this, I would suggest doing your dailies, if you don't already, in unranked. Now, obviously, if you're a strong player, you can do them in rank. But if you're not that strong a player, and you're not like well-rounded, and you only maybe play like 1 or 2 classes, definitely go ahead and just do it in unranked. There's no shame or anything like that, because obviously, no one but you can see your games. Like, yeah. The next thing is if you still feel like you can't even do it, in unranked, or conversely, for some reason you don't have the cards, go ahead and do it in Take 2. Like, for me personally, what I do is, whenever I get Take 2 tickets, just for like the really easy and free. I think the first like 3 like relevant like rewards are like score rewards. Let me go and double check. Yeah, alright, yeah, so you get like a take, right? So initially, at the start of the month, you basically get like three or four very, very easy to get Take 2 tickets. Like, the first one will be at like 500, the next one, as you can see, is 2,500, and one after that is 3,000. Additionally, twice per month, you're gonna get a Take 2 ticket from a daily login rewards. Additionally, if you're a newer player, you're gonna already have a butt ton of Take 2 tickets. For me, what I do is I just go ahead and I just go ahead and stockpile these Take 2 tickets for a rainy day, and if I know that I have a class that I either don't want to play, because I don't like particularly enjoy the style of deck that's used for it at the moment, such as, say, if I don't want to play Forest because only Roach 4/6 exists, I don't like playing Roach. Then I just go ahead and I just like draft it up in Take 2. In Take 2, generally you're gonna face lower ranked opponents. Additionally, in Take 2, because you're drafting and because it's not based on your collection, you can draft anything. Like, as long as you're decent at drafting, and there are plenty of guides to go ahead and to get good at that. Additionally, I do also help out with that as well. That there, you'll be on a more even playing ground. Just because if you understand the basics of both tempo and trading, then you should be fine there. Like, additionally, if you follow the golden rule of thumb of draft, that a lot of people swear to, including myself to some extent, draft a lot of 2-drops. Some people just straight up just don't understand that concept, and they'll just try to like draft like high end stuff, and they just get to beat them down with 2-drops because they don't have an answer to it. Yeah, like. And then lastly, and this one's important, like I said before, know when to quit. So it's like, if you lose a few games, that's fine. Like, but when you start to feel tilted, you need to have the common sense to realize, okay, I'm tilted, I need to take a break. A lot of times, I see a lot of people fall into this trap of, oh, I gotta clear these right now so that way I can make as much money as humanly possible. However, for me personally, if you think about it, retroactively, if you've already been like this before and you've had some days where where your dailies take you like no time at all, because I know for me, I've had some days in which my dailies literally took me like less than an hour to do. That's fine, and then what you can do with that is you can kind of like tell yourself that they just kind of like stockpile time. They just kind of stockpile time, and you already made up for all these future times where you won't actually do your dailies right away. Like, additionally, if you think about it, dailies reset every, 21 hours or so. So if you start doing it for an hour, you realize you're tilted, take a break for like an hour and a half, then come back and then you can go ahead and finish it. As long as you finish it within like 3 hours, you don't actually lose any money really, because the majority of other games, all of their dailies are reset at exactly 24 hours. So here there's a little bit of a grace period. Additionally, like I said, if you follow the bell curve and you realize that, well, there are going to be days in which I complete my dailies very, very fast, and I've already made up for it. Then you kind of feel more comfortable about just taking that break, because again, when you play a game and it's your hobby, don't treat it like it's your job. Don't treat it like it's a chore, because if you do, I promise you're not going to like it for very, very long afterwards. And that holds true here. Like, because again, like I see this all the time. I see people be like, oh my god, like these dailies took me 6 hours. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, and all this, like, and they just have like a mental breakdown, because like it's just because they just put all this unnecessary pressure on themselves that that game was unnecessary. They didn't need to have it. But yeah, these are my tips on how to better deal with your dailies. Additionally, the last one, and this one isn't quite so much about just like handling your mentality, or just being able to stay in a more positive mindset when you're doing your dailies. This is just on the mulligans for your dailies. Okay, so recently they added where are they? Oh, oops, I'm dumb. I was here the whole time. Recently, they added the tab for solo player missions. So for solo player missions, basically, in exchange for getting half the amount of gold that you normally get, as well as not having the chance to get random win 6 or win 7 quests per pack, you instead get quests with the same requirements. However, you can do these in solo player, which is nice, because as my friend Curie put it, basically half money is better than no money. Because again, for some people, you might be like a strictly budget player who's like new to the game or whatever, and you probably like don't have cards like that, or you might be like a one-trick pony like say Curie, and physically not own cards for some decks, and that's perfectly okay. Like no. I'm not telling you to go ahead and change that philosophy. Like, but if you want to feel like, okay, sorry, but if you want to like avoid feeling like, okay, well, I'm not like making like any money or anything like that, or these things are taking me so long, definitely go ahead and try out solo player missions. Like, again, like, you get half the gold. However, it's pretty quick and painless, and will significantly save you a lot of the frustration. Like, it's not a once it's turned on you can't turn it off thing. You can always go ahead and pick and choose. Okay, what day do I want this on? What day do I want this off? Now, it is important to remember that you need to have it, if you know you're gonna have it on, you need to have it on before your dailies come back online, because even with these on or even turned off, you can still only re-roll one quest per day. But it's one of those, because Shadowverse is so accessible, because you can download this on your phone, because you can, like, you know, have several like mobile devices or whatever, you still have plenty of flexibility in deciding when you want to do this, because again, it resets every 21 hours. So basically, when you finish your dailies, subtract 3 hours, and that's when your dailies are going to come back up online. But yeah, other than that, the last thing I would suggest is that when you decide to re-roll quests, don't always just, you know, re-roll the lowest one. Now, again, like, if you're a strong player, that won't matter to you. Like, you can just go ahead and just re-roll the lowest one or whatever, and just try to make as much gold as possible. However, if you're someone that's, I'd say, like, not as comfortable with some decks, then definitely, like say for example, you don't play Dragon, definitely don't take that one Force Dragon. Like, you can just, you know, re-roll and try to get something else, try to get something more achievable for you, because you don't want to find yourself in a position where you feel like you're forced to play something and you just can't make it work. Like, this is thankfully why generally, for all of these quests, with the exception of the Win 1 quests, that they always get an option between you can do it with X class or you can do it with Y class. Now, this is also why I try to advocate trying to play as well as understand, as well as just, you know, just even simple things, just like say watching people play other classes, just so this way you get a general idea for the basics, and you can like not be like beginner 0 rank at playing that class, just because sometimes if you just know the basics, like, then that'll carry you a long way. Like, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This video was just kind of on the spot, kind of impromptu, just because I'd actually been wanting to make this video for a while, but I always kind of forget. But today I'm kind of like awake and like ready and like proactive and whatnot, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it today. If you have any questions, obviously just go ahead and like ask me down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, go ahead and let me know why in the comments, but definitely still go ahead and leave that like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'll catch you guys next time.